Before you invest in a business, before you accept a job offer, or even before you make important financial decisions, there is one thing you should understand: the financial story behind the numbers. Because every business, no matter how successful it looks, is telling a story through its financial statements. And whether you're a business owner, an investor, or a professional, understanding that story can completely change the way you make decisions. Today, I'm going to show you how to read financial statements, even if you're not an accountant. Hello, my name is Chinewali. I'm a finance manager, a tax consultant, and a personal finance coach. In my work across corporate finance and advisory, one thing has become very clear: financial statements are often available and not always understood. Many business owners receive reports they don't fully interpret. Investors sometimes rely on surface level information, and even professionals make career financial decisions without properly analyzing the numbers behind the company. But the reality is this: financial statements are not just for accountants or auditors. They are decision-making tools. They help you understand how a business is performing, how stable it is, and what risks or opportunities may exist. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking this down in a very practical way. We'll go through the key financial statements and what you should be looking out for. Whether you're running a business, evaluating an investment, or simply trying to make better financial decisions. The first financial report is the income statement, which is also known as statement of profit or loss. The report summarizes how a business performed financially over a period of time. For example, it may show the financial performance for a month, a quarter, or a full year. The main purpose of this income statement is to answer one question: did the business make profit during that period? Let's break down the main components. Number one, revenue. Revenue represents the total income generated from the business's primary activities. Depending on the nature of the business, this could include sales of goods, professional fees, contract income, consulting revenue. Revenue shows the scale of operations but does not tell us whether the business is profitable. For that, we need to examine the costs associated with generating that revenue. Cost of sales. This includes the direct costs required to produce goods and services. For example, raw materials, direct labor, direct production expenses, subcontractor expenses. When we subtract costs of sales from revenue, we arrive at gross profit. So let's look at gross profit. Gross profit helps us understand how efficiently the business produces or delivers its products or services. For example, a company generates 10 million naira in revenue and the cost of sales is 6 million. The gross profit is 4 million naira. Businesses usually monitor their gross profit margin, which shows how much of each naira earned remains after covering their direct costs. If gross profit margin starts declining over time, it may indicate rising production costs or pricing pressures in the market. Next, operating expenses. Operating expenses include the costs required to run the business on a day-to-day basis. For example, staff salaries, rent, utilities, marketing, administrative expenses. These expenses support operations but must be controlled carefully to maintain profitability. So next, net profit. After subtracting operating expenses, interest, and taxes, the final result is profit. Net profit represents the overall financial outcome of the business during the period. However, profit alone does not provide the complete picture. To fully understand the financial health of a business, we must also examine the balance sheet, and this has to do with understanding the financial position. The balance sheet provides a snapshot of the financial position of a business at a specific point in time. Unlike the income statement, which covers a period of time, the balance sheet reflects the position at a particular date. The balance sheet is based on a fundamental accounting principle: asset equals liability plus equity. Let's explain these three components. Assets represent resources owned or controlled by businesses that have economic value. For example, cash and cash balances, accounts receivables, that's money owed by customers, inventory, equipment and machinery, buildings or properties. Assets represent the resources that allows businesses to operate or generate income. Next, liabilities. Liabilities represent financial obligation owed by the business. This may include suppliers' payments, bank loans, tax liabilities, accrued expenses. Liabilities indicates commitments that the business must settle in the future. Next, equity. Equity represents the owner's interest in the business after liability has been deducted from assets. It may include share capital, owner contributions, retained earnings accumulated over time. Equity reflects the values that belong to the owners of the business. The balance sheet therefore helps stakeholders understand how a business is financed and how its finance structure is. Balance sheet therefore helps stakeholders understand how a business is financed and how stable its financial structure is. So let's look at the cash flow statement next, and this has to do with understanding liquidity. The third important financial report is the cash flow statement. This report tracks the actual movement of cash into and out of the business. While the income statement measures profitability, the cash flow measures liquidity. A cash flow statement is typically divided into three categories. Operating activities. Operating activities include cash generated from the normal operations of the business. Example, cash received from customers, payment to suppliers, staff salaries, other operating expenses. This section indicates whether the business is generating cash from its core activities. The next is investing activities. This involves the purchase or sale of long-term assets. For example, purchasing of equipment, buying of properties, investing in other businesses. These activities usually reflect long-term growth strategies. The next is financing activities. Financing activities relate to how the business raises capital. For example, bank loans, owner contributions, equity investment, dividend payments. This section explains how the business finances its operations and expansions. So why should business owners understand these reports? Understanding financial statements allows business owners to make informed decisions. These reports provide insights into financial performance, resource allocation, cost management, financial stability, and also help leaders communicate effectively with accountants, investors, lenders, and regulators. Financial literacy is therefore not just an accounting skill, it is a leadership skill. Understanding financial statement is not just an accounting skill, it is a decision-making advantage. Whether you're running a business, evaluating investment, or building a career, the ability to interpret financial information gives you clarity. It helps you to move from assumption to informed decisions, and over time, that difference can significantly impact your financial outcomes. Because when you understand the numbers, you make better decisions and build stronger financial futures. If you found this video helpful, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share with someone who would benefit from understanding this better. I'll be sharing more insights on business finance, investments, and personal finance growth. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.